Okay, so here we can use factoring by trial and error to factor a trinomial. So let's say if we have 3x squared plus 22x plus 7, you could factor that so that you would get two different factors. So this times this, and we need to find out what goes inside these parentheses. The way you could do that is by using a diagram like this. So the first term, 3x squared, what times what will give you 3? That's got to be 1 and 3. So 1x and 3x. 1x times 3x gives us 3x squared, which is our first term. And then we can look at our last term, 7. So what times what would give us 7? You could use 7 and 1. So 7 times 1 gives us 7. And that matches. So all we need to do now is make sure that our middle term matches. And that's where the x pattern comes into play. 1x times 1 is x. 3x times 7 is 21x. And that's going to give us 22x. And that matches our middle term. So I'll color that green. So that means that this is going to be a factor and this is going to be a factor. So let's write that. So the first one is x plus 7 and this is 3x plus 1. Okay, and that's it. So if you were to multiply this out, you should end up with what you started with. Okay, let's look at another example. 6x squared minus x minus 1. Okay. We'll end up with two factors, and we could use our diagram again. So what times what will give us 6? You could use 2 and 3. 2x times 3x gives us 6x squared. So that's our first term. Our last term is negative 1. So what times what gives us negative 1? You can use 1 and negative 1. 1 times negative 1 is negative 1. So that matches. And let's check our middle term. So 2x times negative 1 is negative 2x plus 3x times 1 is 3x. And that gives us x. And that does not match with our middle term. So only the sign is off. So we could change the sign here. So we could change this to negative 1 and this one to positive 1. Because negative 1 times positive 1 still gives us negative 1. And now if we check the middle term, we get 2x times 1, 2x, plus 3x times negative 1, which is negative 3x. So add those together, we get negative x. And that now matches our middle term. So we get our factors. Our first one and our second one. So you could write that 2x minus 1 and 3x plus 1. That's it. So this is my favorite way of factoring a trinomial. The more you use it, the faster you get. So just try it out. See how it works.